Hello guys, welcome to the Casual Conversation Podcast. I'm your host, Michael, let me restart that. Are we all three of us hosts?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Or we're introducing it a host.
Okay. So,
yeah.
I'll do
Okay, we can each introduce the person to our left.
Yes. Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
You can say, hey, I'm here with Isaiah, who's going to be one of our co-hosts today. And I'll say, hey, I'm Isaiah, and I'm here with Jacob, one of our co-hosts today. And Jacob say...
Just do a train.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode. Oh, no. Okay. Michael,
It's the first episode.
First episode. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of the Casual Conversation Podcast. Today I'm joined by my very own twin brother, Michael Schwander, and he will be introducing our lovely guest, actually, our new host to this show, and he will be joining us for the majority of our episodes here, and I'd allow my brother to introduce him.
We are here with Isaiah Huerta. It's good to have you on here, and we're excited to do more of these episodes with you, and so let's jump into it.
Yeah, and I am here with Jacob Schwander, a good friend of mine and leader in the church. And we're recording a podcast for you, so I hope you enjoy.
We are. To help you guys get familiar with with us, the hosts of this show, moving forward, we thought it'd be fun to kind of explain how we met and also some fun stories along the way. God has really made this friendship awesome. That's the best part, that we all, love Jesus, and, that's the kind of center of our relationship as friends. And so that's the coolest part. But, so we just want to kind of, explain, and hopefully that will also help you guys kind of connect with us more personally as we move forward to some more deeper conversations and topics. So smoothly transitioning in, I would like you guys to explain how long we've known each other and how we actually met so many years ago.
Okay, I think Michael has a story.
Michael definitely has the history of it.
I have a good story. So I would say, so all three of us, we go to Westside Bible Fellowship. It's a church in Hillsboro. And Jacob
it's in the Portland metro area.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Jacob and I...
Portland.
Yeah, Jacob and I have been going to Westside for about 8 years maybe.
More than that.
Maybe more now.
I would think more than that.
9.
It's been... let's just go 8, maybe a little bit more.
8 or 9 years
we've
been going. So, and Isaiah, he's been going to Westside ever since he was...
Born.
Yeah, he was a Westside baby. But his family, you guys were missionaries in Romania for how many years?
Yeah, so I was born here in... I was actually born in Tualatin.
Oh.
But spent 2 years here in the States, specifically in Hillsboro. And then at 2 years old, in August, I think, we moved to Romania with a bunch of steps in between there as missionaries, and my parents did a lot of missionary training as those steps in between. And then we were living there for almost 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we moved back.
Yeah, and so when Isaiah moved back, that's kind of where our friendship started. I don't really remember the first few days or even weeks, maybe it was even months when you first came back, but there was I
remember your dad playing guitar in the Sunday school room.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So
before we even met.
Isaiah came
what a
back.
role model.
He was in class, or he was in Sunday school, our Sunday school class, and I remember our church has this system called Westy Bucks. It's
Westy
kind of
Bucks.
Yeah, it's kind of like
it's the church currency for the kids in the Sunday school.
And
everyone loves some capitalism in church.
Yes, it used to hold a lot of value. It's got inflated over the years.
Yeah.
No more
Once they
Lego
came out
battle
with credit,
pads.
it was all over.
After credit, after the credit cards, these 3-year-olds are running around with credit cards that have Westy Buck on it.
you know.
Anyway, so I remember, one of the things that you get rewarded in order to get a Westy Buck, you would answer a question or, do something good. And so I remember one time I had answered, so a teacher had asked a question and I had answered the question.
And normally what they do is they give a Westy Buck to anyone who answers any question.
Yeah.
But in this particular case, they didn't give Michael his Westy Buck.
Yes. And so Isaiah, being the good Samaritan he was, he reached into his Westy Buck pile, his own personal pile, and pulled out like one or two of them and said, "Here's a Westy Buck. They didn't give it to you even though you were supposed to have one." And ever since then, I was like, this guy is so nice, and I want to be his friend because he remembered to give me a Westy Buck even though he did not have to.
Yeah.
And so, but of course, there's a lot more to our friendship than just a Westy Buck. I would at least hope so.
I hope it's more than just fictitious money.
But yeah, so and then our class would do this thing where
it was the boys' class.
Yes,
so
the
we
boys'
wanted
class.
to do some woodworking and stuff.
Yeah.
So the guy who was leading it was pretty talented with woodworking, had a lot of tools and stuff.
Yes, very.
So he had us draw out on these little blocks of wood to try and make block cars.
Yes. Yeah.
And so we each all made our own cars.
Yeah.
Which was super fun.
Was it a process of over a couple months? Maybe?
Yeah, it was a couple months.
Yeah, it was a couple months.
Yeah.
And so what was cool was during that whole, how Sunday school usually has like seasons like that they go through like of like Bible, like sometimes it'll be one chapter of the Old Testament, maybe it'll be a couple of chapters of the Old Testament, right?
Yeah.
So like during that whole season of Sunday school, we probably were doing our block car designing and stuff. So I remember we would, like Isaiah said, we would stencil or take pencils and like draw on the side, and then the next week we would come back and our teacher, he went into his like workshop and just cut out our block cars for us, and then we had our blocks, and then we painted our cars one of the next weeks, right? It was spray paint.
Yep.
And that was fun. Do you remember what color your car was, Isaiah?
Pretty sure it was red, and I tried to do a white stripe down the middle.
Okay.
Just to get that Ford Mustang feel to it, but it didn't go quite as well as I imagined.
It's nice that you were thinking about car design. I made I remember mine. It was like a square, and then I cut out the center to make the back and the front be able to give the momentum to propel it,
Yeah.
And then I think I did blue with yellow racing stripes. I think I have it around here somewhere, but
I for the life of me cannot remember mine. I remember. Oh, wait, the only thing I think I did white. I think I did a white car with red stripes.
I don't remember.
It's very possible.
And I think it didn't look great. It didn't do great in the actual race.
But we had fun making them.
Oh, I loved
definitely
it.
loved it.
But yeah, it was back before I had an eye for design.
But yeah, so we got to us three got to know each other a little bit more, doing that class project, I guess, or like Sunday school class project together. Just hanging out, and I think that was the year before we moved up to the youth group, right? Was that? I think it was. Yeah. So we were all old enough to move up to the youth group the next year, and so after that, I remember Isaiah, you or we all talked about how we wanted to move up, and our friendship had grown a little bit closer. So we were all, or Jacob and I at least, were excited to go to youth group with you. And then there was a period of time where Jacob and we didn't go to youth group, and then I remember, Isaiah, you invited us back to youth group after, I think it was your birthday party or something like that.
Yeah.
And that was really,
we did have Nerf fights in between.
Yes, we had a lot of Nerf fights. Those were fun.
Yeah.
So back in the day when airsoft wasn't a thing that 9-year-olds could do.
Yeah.
You would play
10
with your
10,
Nerf
11,
guns, and those are some fun times for sure. Yeah, definitely remember that.
So we moved up to Power together, went to Power together, and then high school, of course, is high school. So
Yeah.
yes.
yeah. And so what do you call it? Yeah, so we went through our power together, and those years were fun.
Yeah.
Do you have
Great
any-
retreats.
Yes. Do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, there was a time where you weren't coming to
Yeah.
Power and missed out on a lot. That was the year that Phil was the leader.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, we were there for the year.
You were?
years, yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Then that would have been
We just
the other
came,
one then.
We came halfway through one of Phil's years, I believe.
yeah.
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 Yeah. To
But-
clarify, Phil is one of our mentors who's been
Yeah.
just awesome. My family met him in France.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Because, well, he was a missionary there, and there were conferences for all the missionaries in Europe where we would just gather and worship and talk about what we're doing in different places.
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah,
really
that's
cool.
how we met him.
Yeah, Phil's a great guy. He was again, his teaching alone, his teaching style alone was one of the main reasons I really liked
And his
coming back
taste
to
in
youth
music.
group.
Yeah, that was when you came back.
Yeah. So
No, that was exactly why we came back. Yep. That
Yeah.
and of course you. But yeah, that was really cool. With the memories you experience in youth group, you do get closer to the people that you go to church with, because sometimes there's this like stigma where it's like your church friends are only your church friends. They're not your
Real friend.
real
friends.
friends. But what
Even though
really is a real friend, you know?
Yeah.
You know,
well,
and
you would hope that
you'd
if you
hope
were
that
have-
your church
yeah.
friends are your real friends, because
Someone who chooses to hang out with you and doesn't just hang out with you because you're already in the right place.
exactly.
Yeah.
So and then we did our last year, all three. Oh wait, no, not for Jake and I, but your last year of junior high, we went to GoSchwander together, and that was one of Jake and
Yeah.
I's first times ever going out to camp.
First time out.
As campers.
Yes.
What I remember of this experience was that you guys were very clingy.
Yes. Yeah.
It made me feel cool, but at the same time, I was like, I don't know how to
Yeah.
get rid of these people.
Yeah. Well, what's cool is I do remember about that is we did get to spend a lot of time with you, and but then also we did have a pretty cool cabin. So
Yeah, our
Yes.
cabin was good that year.
Yes.
yeah. So not as great as some of our high school camp cabins. But,
Yeah.
I mean that goes with maturity too. But yeah, no, I get what you mean by the whole clinginess. When you're homeschooled, that can be, and you know how this is. But when
Yeah.
you kind of find a friend that you really like, you tend to be like, I'm gonna hang with them only.
Yeah.
And because you're bad at socializing.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
bad at socializing, making new friends, and yeah. But what I did enjoy about that year is, didn't we have like a cabin rivalry with Boom Squad, right?
Yeah, it was Boom Squad,
Yeah,
and
Boom
we
Squad.
won.
And we won.
Yeah.
That
So cool.
Yeah.
Mitchell will tell you about Boom Squad when he comes on. Oh man,
see.
good years,
We'll
good
see,
years.
hopefully, maybe one day.
But yeah, I remember a lot of things from our camp years and retreats, experiences. I think what comes off the top of my head for like at least one of the fun experiences during that week was the when we jumped into the ice or cold water in the morning.
Oh, the polar
So would you like to
plunge.
explain that for us? Yeah.
Yeah, so every year at camp, I don't know how many of the camps actually do it, but at least one of the camps does a polar plunge where they dump a bunch of ice into the river, and they have this dam, and it's set up to where the ice kind of collects in the swimming area. And so we had it to where all the kids in your cabin had to go and do the polar plunge, which is just going into the water all the
Yep.
way under and then come back out. And if your entire cabin did that, you would get a certain number of points for your cabin.
Mhm, yeah.
And there was like one person who didn't go from our cabin.
Yeah, that was a bummer.
Oh,
And we would have had more points. But I think
Then again, we just love being in the water.
That's true.
That was really
that was
fun.
that was pretty cool.
yeah.
No, that was definitely a fun experience because it's like nothing you really think of when it comes to camp experiences because obviously you think summer camp, right? So you think hotness, it's warm out.
What type of hotness, Jacob?
Well, I was there.
Yeah, I was there. So.
No, but
That's quite a.
But no,
bit
you
of
wake
hotness
up at
right
like, what is it, 6, 7, right? 6 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
And you literally jump
I think
into...
it's earlier than that.
Are you sure?
It's 6.
It's 6.
But I remember right afterwards we went in, we kind of, I think we showered. I think that's what we did afterwards.
Did intermediate in 2019 do polar plunge? Because I think.
Yeah, I think so. I remember.
I think I went out there with my kids. I don't think I got in the water.
Yeah.
I think I literally slept in. I think I slept in that day as well.
What a
Jacob's
responsible
cabin was not there.
counselor.
No. My entire cabin slept in. We just
Yeah.
decided not to do it. I don't think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so back to we did junior high. That was cool. Isaiah moved on to Bridges because he's a year older than us. So, yeah, he went to Bridges, so that was cool for him, right?
And then the twins made a meme
Yes.
about how I had
cringing.
left them.
Technically,
We did that for
his
your-
first project.
Yes. I think it was one of the jokes. Oh, okay.
We
I
were
understand
gonna-
now.
okay,
So
yeah,
we
so-
were doing it as kind of like a birthday card for you, I think.
Yeah.
no, it was a birthday card for Isai. It was
Oh,
a-
it was a
Yeah.
birthday card for Isai. That's
Yep.
right.
And
so
so-
we made a joke that I think there was I mean, it's still like people know about it, but like way back in middle school, I remember what was it called? It was
I have no idea.
Loss. The meme Loss. That's what it's called. It's the one where the guy goes in the hospital, he goes to the front desk, then he goes through the hallway, and then he sees I think it's the woman lying in the bed or something like that. And it's just like a sad comic strip, but people turned it into a meme.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so what Jacob did is he photoshopped Isai, me, and him on the guy's body. And then on the woman's body, Jacob put Isaiah's head. So it looked like we had lost him because the emergency room said like Bridges that way or something like that. And so all three of us like looked sad. Oh man. To be that creative again, right, Jacob?
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
If you have it, you should overlay it. That'd be pretty funny.
I don't have it on this computer.
No, if you have it on
Oh, in the yeah.
yeah.
Another thing. Okay, I remember there was a winter retreat that we went to, and
Now was that high school though?
no, that wasn't high school.
Oh, it was.
It was high school,
and high
but-
school.
It was middle school and
It
high
was
school.
middle school
Isaiah
and
was in
high
Oh
high
yeah, the winter. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, go
yeah,
on.
winter
the
camp.
winter retreat.
And
yeah.
I remember we had lost power at the camp, so
That's
the
right.
entire camp was without
Oh,
power.
that was crazy.
And we had
And
It
our-
was snowing.
And our cabin was one of the first cabins up because we had setup duty.
yep.
So we
Yeah.
arrived early.
We decided to go early because we thought other people would be there early. Nope, everyone else slept in, so we had the entire lodge to ourselves, and it was really cool. It was like one table set up. I think we had a candle going. I'm not even gonna lie. I think we literally had a candle on our table. Did we?
I don't think it was a candle.
Are you sure it's not?
It was some sort of a small light source.
Yeah, I think it was,
Maybe
if
a-
anything, it was a lantern.
Okay.
Or something.
Okay, something like
Yeah.
that. Well, still, it was cool. It was we played. Well, I watched. I think Isaiah and someone else play chess. So that was cool. I just thoroughly remember that as kind of like a peaceful kind of slow moment where it's just like you're just with a group of people you like being around and you're enjoying a camp and being in each other's company without electronics or power. So that was cool.
Yeah, that's
And then later we retreated from the camp because we thought we were gonna get snowed in.